I'll do it. Hello guys, and welcome to GRL Season 2. This is round 12 in the most famous track on the F1 calendar, and that is Belgium. I am Itsville17, and I am here with Smithy. How are you, Smithy?
Good, thanks to yourself.
Yep, I'm doing alright.
Looks at the minute, it's going to be a dry qualifying because there are 10 people. I don't have review because of the actual real life qualifying going on right now. That they are only doing short qualifying because, quite frankly, there's no point.
Yeah, there's no point doing full qualifying yet. There's like 10 drivers, which was a bit of a shame. We are missing quite a few drivers. We're missing Lath, Hockey S, Calvano, and Hotkinlin.
Yeah, and Cryptic Gamer, George Bell's the first out. He's on the softs.
On the softs?
Yeah, at the minute only George and Owen have changed the tyres, everyone else is going out on ultras.
So by the sounds of it, the people on ultras could be trying to push the ultras a lot further. For people that doesn't know about Belgium, is that Belgium is the longest track in the calendar, and it's also
the shortest laps. Or the least amount of laps, sorry.
Yeah, it's the least amount of laps, and it hurts the tyres quite a lot. Especially on them ultras.
What would you say your strategy would be?
For me, strategy...
Not giving it away too much for you, but if you were these guys, what would you do? Would you play it safe and go for the 2-stop, or would you just 1-stop? Because this pit lane isn't very long, but it's a very to get in and out of.
Very tight, yeah. Well, I'd say to play it safe could work. You need to push on. As you finish the ultra stint, you can do supers. Don't do ultras and supers. But I think for people that wants to conserve, like for time management, a 1-stop is 100% possible.
Yeah, it will be.
George Bell takes a very wide line on the exit of the bus stop as he now starts his lap as DC is out.
Just before the bus stop, Blanchimont, he's lost
Blanchimont.
It's very unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
Last week's winner,
DC, yeah.
He's put himself out straight away.
Now I've seen some of the tyre marks. I've seen that there was tyre marks behind DC's car, so he might have an oversteer. As DC comes out of their common into Brussels.
Yeah, I've got a new driver today. That is AG Ripped. He's been practicing all week with the guys. He's getting better at the game. Learning himself today.
He's also doing very well. There's George Bale is on to the exit of Puon. This very, I'll say, flowing second sector.
You get it wrong though, he had a lot of time.
I think it's the one sector you'll get a lot of understeer. George comes out of Stavelo on onto the straight.
I'm giving a second out.
And up to Blanchimont, let's see how he takes it. It's very nice and neat. No correction whatsoever.
If nobody else joins, these guys have just got to be very careful in the race.
George goes along with 149. 2, as Marley sent me a message in the GRL stream account, you need to message. You need to message Smithy.
Yeah, Smithy. Yeah, message me if you have any questions.
Top Gun has
Get
gone
Smithy
faster
sort
with
of
147.1. Snoozer with a 147.6, only half a second. Here's that we've got Necklaw in the Red Bull. Made it very nice.
And then Rip's
Did you beat it?
look.
148.8. EG ripped 149.4, but it was invalidated. Oh no, it did stand.
And it takes quick.
Andy Tate.
145.9.
145.9. That's a very good strong lap. And Andy
Oh, we've
Tate
got a
there.
prediction from Marley. He reckons Ned's going to get P1, DC's P2. He's obviously already failed on that because DC's out. And Owen P3.
Oh.
That was just before Andy Tate turned that lap. When it was turned.
Either that or
I
Mark
can't
might be
even remember
thinking
what
strategy
my
wise.
thingy. I can't remember what my thingy time was, my time was.
Owen did a 148.2, which could have got him 4th, but it was invalidated. So he needs to get this lap set now. Hopefully it'll be clean. Take her rouge quite nice and neat. Onto the Camel straight.
Just crosses the line. 146.7.
6.7 in the middle. Top Goon has improved with a 145.9. Owen had a very unfortunate race last week. Sadly, he had to retire due to poor connection, which was very unfortunate for Owen. Only down by 1.5 seconds. That means it could be in the 149s. Oh, he's going into the pits. Now, could this be a good call for Owen, or what? EG Ripped goes on the AstroTurf. Who on?
George Bell's up.
147.8
He's not done
on the
it.
softs.
That's next year.
Trey's now out. He's on his out lap, so he's doing one shot and one shot only.
And they're close up. Yeah, 147.7
Beating George by about a tenth. And AG Ripped didn't improve, 150.1.
Trey started that.
Trey. Oh, very wide on the source. That'll cost him like about 6/10 due to that mistake. Ray is hoping to maintain his good performance from last week in his first podium.
No.
Owen is now on his out lap, so hopefully he's got to time it right. Them ultras. Owen needs to make this count as well. There's a yellow flag in sector 2. That looks like snoozer. Dutch Nacho has retired into the pits. As the track grip starts to get fast, more and more, cars will get faster and faster. Country, you've got a 1:47.8. Another yellow flag at the second sector. Owen now goes on his flying lap. Take over Rouge, very nice, which she does. A little bit on the
Well,
grass.
Top Goon has got close to 45.9.
That's the end of qualifying. Nicole is now secured 5th, but it could change.
I wouldn't say secured. Just can't do another lap.
Could change though. No one enters into the corner with no name. Very nice, Pete.
Oh, the first time I think it's snoozed now.
It was a little bit wide, but it's alright.
There was completely off the track. Rip spun it.
Rip spun it. Just before Stavilo.
That looks like it's only Owen that's going to improve. Oh! Don't want to go sideways, just keeps it. Andy taking across the line first.
I think he will be starting first.
Oh, he's gone wide, he might have run into the corner. Across the line he goes. Improves 1:45.8.
Very good. Owen at the moment, he won't improve, but he's got a 1:47.9. He starts
He did
8th.
improve because he didn't settle out. Top Goon is flying at the minute. The Top Goon snatched.
Oh, a bit of oversteer, that slowed him down. Oh, he was 400ths down. The exit on the bus stop cost him. That is the end of qualifying.
Top 10 then.
It's the top 10.
Andy Tate qualifies on first. With Top Green in P2. Dutch Nacho gets third. Snoozer is fourth. Nightclaw P5. George Bale looks like he's going to be starting on the softs. And that's
Start on the softs.
Trey is P7. Owen is P8. Rick is P9. And your last
DC.
week's winner, DC, starts 10th. Back of the pack.
But could this be a good advantage for DC? Because he will be possibly starting on the supers.
Yeah, he's not done it. He's not done a
He hasn't done a lap, that means he could be starting on the supers. And it'll be a one stop.
Just gotta wait for George to retire.
we go. As Smithy will screenshot the short qualifying results. As we have the top 10, we have Andy Tate in first, Top Gooner in second, Dutch third, Snoozer fourth, Ned fifth, George Bale in sixth, Trey seventh, Owen in eighth, Ripped in ninth, and DC in 10th. George Bale will be the only driver that will be starting on a more harder compound.
You could have just said harder, not more hard.
Well, me. We'll now have a 5-minute break, so the race will start at 22 minutes past 7. And it's raining. Now.
Why everyone started on supers and fucking pissing it down and all.
Now that changes things.
Yeah, I'm just gonna quit wave so before we start.
Okay. Now that changes a lot. All of them are on inters. This is gonna be a good test. So I'll say it again. Andy Tate is in. Starts at the front of the grid with Top Gooner behind him. By only a 10th on short qualifying. Dutch Natcher and Snoozer on the second row. Very strong qualifying from Dutch and Snoozer as well. We have Ned and George in the third row. Ned with a very good average qualifying, followed by George with a very good lap on the softs with a 1:47.7. We have Trey and Owen on the fourth row of the grid. Trey is hoping to get his second podium. Last week he got second, I think it's second at Hungary for GP4. Owen is still trying to find that momentum that he's got in the past races, but he's getting tons of bad luck, which was very unfortunate for Owen. And then we have Ripped and DC for the fifth row. Ripped with his debut. It's a very good position to be in, especially in the first corner. As long as he takes his time, then who knows? He might do very well.
Yeah, we have respect to AG Ripped. So as long as he can,
as long as he takes his time and sticks to his race pace and not push the car, he'll be fine.
Yeah, all he's got to do is just got to stay steady. I mean, it's into his weather. It was always going to be. Just think that whether it'll be raining around here. It's a very old track. It's in a very rainy part of the world, so to speak.
Yeah. Well, we could say that racing in the rain makes it just a little bit more intense, because not only you have to try and maintain a gap, but you have to always not push the throttle as much in the corners, because you'll get oversteer.
Yeah, it will always be difficult around there, especially on the wet conditions. That would really be horrible.
Yeah. In the couple of practice sessions, in a practice session in the rain, for an experienced driver, well, I wouldn't say experienced, You can take it flat, but for people that are quite nervy and risked of being spinning out or aquaplaning, you can lift like about 3/4 of a second and then go back on the throttle.
Next ball ready to start.
Yep. Necklaw has readied up, which means the race will now officially begin. We'll get the formation lap sorted. I think this will also change what pit strategy they're trying to do as well. There's Andy Tate. I think it's also his first time starting at the front as well. Andy Tate. We'll have a lot of pressure from Top Gooner though, but the question is, it could be a little bit close due to the fact that it's raining. There's Dutch Nacho in the Mercedes. Snoozer.
Who do you think's going to win the Pro Watch predictions?
I'd say Dutch Nacho might get a sneaky win round Belgium. I think.
They just think it's going to be top 3.
Oh, top 3. I'd say Dutch Nacho, Andy Tate and Snoozer. I think Top Gooner will struggle. So as the grid starts to form up, I will keep a sharp eye on the top 5. Going at this view of Andy Tate as we onto the rainy parts of Belgium as 5 red lights. Top Gunner gets a jump start and it's lights out and away they go. Top Gunner's actually gone for an horrible start. Dutch Nacho's onto second.
Rips lagged down.
Lagged out.
Oh, George and Ned after the front one.
I think Nedcross lost a bit of traction at that point. Ned is now into 3rd, Trey's into 2nd, Andy Tate is still in front.
I went
the pressure of Trey. Oh, that was very close.
Oh, DC's lost it.
Oh no! I think it was with George.
George was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and unfortunately, DC's lost it and it's spun back.
Oh, and Andy Tate's gone.
I got that.
Undertake lost the back end out onto the com.
This wet weather's starting to really,
Yeah, wet
really
weather.
catch people out, but what I've got to realise is there is only 10 people in here, so there will be guaranteed points if they get in.
Oh, Aaron's gone very deep onto the corner with no name. He's going to let Snoozer through, which is very, very respectable for him.
So, Trey after his podium's in P1.
Yeah.
I expected that. Oh, just back in there, just hit that ramp P1. And it is right,
Trey's
the guy's
gone
got no
very
wins,
deep
3 guys.
onto
Really
the
struggling to get around the track
section.
with no wins.
AJ Rips has joined back.
He's in P7 because of lots of incidents. Trey's been overtaken by Snoozer now.
And Trey's sort of lost it onto Stavelo.
That's what happens there. Owen's right behind him.
Owen's right behind him, yeah he is. Needs to not push himself too much.
Owen is a prime example of how
Trey.
people improve. Oh, Trey's gone. He's
Trey's
still
gone.
going. No, he's still
Still
got control
alive.
of the car. Which where Owen's up to P2 now. He's up 6 places.
Top Gear has got into the pits because he had his drive for a penalty. And his drive for a penalty for jump starting. Necklaw is actually closing the gap on Dutch, and Dutch is locked up. Dutch has just missed his breaking point.
Necklaw goes into P3.
Necklaw's in
Owen push
P3.
on.
The gap now is increased. This is unbelievable. Oh, and Dutch Natural's gone again. On Eau Rouge. This is unbelievable.
We're still streaming this. Phil, just
Yeah,
to
we're
double
still
check.
streaming. Yep, we're still streaming.
Oh, sorry, Rip's back in his car. I've just messaged him to say let's get back in.
He's behind Dutch.
Oh, it's Nacho's struggling then, is he spun off?
Yeah, he spun out of Eau Rouge and he's got front wing damage. So I think at this point he needs to let Rip through because of his wing damage.
This is the biggest battle at the minute after everybody. After a lot of guys have already pitted
Dutch
it.
has gone wide.
Dutch has gone wide and Rip's gone through. Top Green can't go through
Yeah,
as
I
well.
think he's letting him through because of the wing damage.
Oh, Top Green one for Rip then as well. I think Rip's got a little bit of lost an end plate.
Yeah, he's lost.
As it goes
He's lost
really
an end
wide.
plate. Even Ned's got an end plate missing. Only a little
Just
bit.
got to keep it steady now. This is a very good point for Ned if he can keep P3. The Snoozer sets the fastest lap. For 120,
2 minutes
2 minutes 6. Owen is slowly getting, Snoozer is slowly pulling away from Owen.
I think Owen's strategy is, because if he hasn't got the pace, he's conserving his tyres.
There's Nacho's in.
Very nice. That's a Eau Rouge from Owen there.
BC's trying to catch up with George Bale now.
I think Owen's got his game face on. He is
He's caught
proper concentrated.
3 attempts on Snoozer.
Oh, Top Gooner and Rip is going to go too wide onto Lake Calm.
Yeah, Rip went defensive very early. Yeah, like we said to Rip, we told him to just take it easy.
Take his time, yeah. Very
Just learn
respectful from Rip there.
what other drivers, how they react, how they overtake. At one point, Trey was winning the race, now he's in the last. What a turn of events that is.
That is unbelievable on the first 2 laps.
It's unbelievable, Jeff.
Absolutely incredible.
Now I've got the qualifying on, and I'm too engrossed in what's happening in this than qualifying. I don't know. And the rain's definitely throwing up a big
Big
spanner in the
change.
works of everybody.
Yeah. Owen's doing exceptionally well.
Yes, yeah.
Even though it's the first 3 laps, he's doing incredible. Keeping that Ferrari on the track. Snoozer sets his fastest with a 2:05.
He's starting to pull away from Owen now. I think Owen's happy with P2. I think he's just gonna
Just conserve.
just keep it in between the white lines.
Yeah. Well, he is gaining. He's
Everyone is pretty spread
gained
out.
3/10. And it's tumbling a bit more. Snoozer seems to have
Well,
kind of messed up somewhere.
we'll have
Yeah, I'll be alright. Alright. Andy Tate. That's the fastest. Gap between Snoozer and Owen is now 4.6. Gap between Owen and Ned is 6 seconds. So at the moment, Owen is staying on the pace. There's no close battles just yet, but at the moment it will be Trey and Andy Tate. DC having a huge struggle. Well, there's a yellow flag in the second sector. And it's Andy Tate. I think he hit the curb on Brussels. Very unfortunate for Andy Tate there. Very good from Eau Rouge from Owen there. Which then helps him to close the gap. We'll have a look and see how much fuel he has. It's at 1.16 plus fuel and is on standard at the moment. Needs to conserve the fuel as much as possible. We're taking put on very nicely there. Look at Snoozer doing incredibly well. Owen is still maintaining over a 5-second gap. Very good Blanchimont. Snoozer starts lap 6. Owen has now pulled a 9-second gap. His neck claw's gone very, very deep. bus stop. Very nice from Owen there. Still a 5-second gap between him and Snoozer at the moment. It's now 10 seconds. He's now closing the gap on George Bale. This Trey had a power slide moment on Blanchimont. Power slide in that car. Gap between Snoozer and Owen's now gone up to 5.5. Andy Tate sets the fastest lap for 2:03, and it looks like it's drying up. So now, question is, can Owen take these inters from 2 more laps and go on softs? So if he takes them on the softs, then he will go to the end of the race. He's now decreased the gap. It's now to 5.2 seconds. It's now a 12-second gap between him and Owen. Well, between him and, well, Owen and Ned at the moment. Snoozer flies up Eau Rouge. Owen follows suit. Taking it very nice onto Eau Rouge. Onto the Kebble Straight.
I'm back. It looks like Owen and Snoozer are walking away with this. Looks like nobody else is going to challenge.
At the moment, Trey's trying to catch up with George Bale, but he keeps losing the back end a little bit onto Blanchimont.
Oh, and the two's lost some.
Oh, Trey's gone! I did say, if he keeps, the back ends keeps stepping out of Trey on Blanchimont. It's very unfortunate
He's in
for
the
Trey
middle of
there.
the track. Is that going to be? They're going to be able to get rid of that? Will it be virtual?
Well, the biggest thing is, it's stopped raining.
It'll be a very long time before this track gets dry.
Yeah. Trey's
Race
car
car's
has
gone.
disappeared.
But there is no safety car.
No safety car yet. Oh, Owen's gone a little bit wide on the exit of Blanchimont, but it's alright. Owen's now pulled a 14-second gap between him and Ned. I'd also like to say that before Trey retired, Ned gets the back end out on the source. He was catching up with George Bale, but the back end was stepping out onto Blanchimont. At one point, he managed to save it. Up until that point, I think it just caught him out.
Yeah, it was very disappointing way to end for him, but that's what happens in the wet. Even get a quick interview with him.
Yeah, we'll have a quick interview of him, telling him what happened. Snoozer is now ahead of Owen by 7.6 seconds. And it is increasing.
Yeah, there's not really much to watch at the minute. It's just every
Not at the moment.
driver's trying to keep it on the track at the minute.
Andy Tate is reducing the gap between him and George. It's now 5.5 seconds.
I think he's got wing damage, to be honest.
It does look like that practice session that Owen's had, that was in the wet, it seems to favour him at the moment.
I mean, yes, at the minute he is quite clear that he's one of the strongest drivers out there at the minute.
Top Gunner now enters into the pits. AJ Rip stays out. Oh, bit of a tank slapper onto the exit there. It looks like Snatcher won't be able. Oh, Top Gunner actually stays ahead of Rips. So that was actually very good. Well, the gap now is decreased.
Yeah, I'd presume when Andy catches George will let him through, being a teammate, you know.
Yeah. Oh, Rip's just caught a little bit of the curb there. There's a bit of lag. There we go, it's gone back to normal. It's now 11 seconds between Snoozer and Owen now.
Snoozer somewhere. 11, is it 9?
Oh, it's now dropped down to 9 seconds. It used to be 11 seconds, so my apologies.
To give Snoozer some steering time.
Yeah.
He's out there winning the race at the minute.
Doing exceptionally well. The track still hasn't dried up yet. Still a little bit of dampness.
Andy's gone off. He spun again. He kicks it off the wall.
Snatcher now enters into the pits. So it basically is a free pit stop. Snoozer goes a little bit wide onto Puon.
He's going on to softs. They're supers. He's going on to dries.
Oh.
George is in as well. Is it time for dries? Because Andy Tate is really struggling on them ultras. The DC stays out as well. We'll see if Dutch Nadja can keep it. Keep going up the hill, but there's a lot of spray. Oh! Twitches a little bit there.
See what Snoozer will do. Staying out. Owen now enters into the pits. We'll find out and see which tyres is he going on. It's the Ultras. Ooh, this is a bold call.
Owen's pitted.
That's a bold move.
Ultras.
Yeah, Ultras. That's a bold move.
How's Dutch feeling on them? Dutch is dropping
Oh no!
off.
Owen's gone. Hit the
That's a
inside
safety
wall.
car, that is. He's in the middle of the track.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh, Owen.
A lot of guys are going for the dry tyres now, but as Owen's proved, might not be the best move. Whoa, rips hit the wall on the way out.
Rips onto the supers. I think Owen was trying to keep it narrow onto the barrier, but it bit him. Oh dear. Oh, we got Trey.
Quick thing to do with Trey. We'd like to tick the box, please, Trey.
Yep, I ticked it.
Just tell us what happened. We've seen that you lost the back end. Very difficult race to be in. So we can't. We don't know how it is, but we can just imagine how bad it is on that truck at the minute. How was it for you?
Well, in qualifying, didn't really go fast. Completely fucked up my lap time in the last two corners. Got invalidated, which would have got me third. In the race, got a good start, going to first place, and then hit the wall twice, so I had to keep changing my wing. And then final time, I just clipped the curb with my back wheel and it spun me out, and nothing I could do to save it. And that's when my race ended.
I was watching back with
Yeah,
you. He was gaining to George Bale at one point, and I saw you on Blanchemont, and the back end was stepping out at one point.
Yeah, it was the track. It was too greasy, too slippy, and I paid for it in the end.
Yeah, very unlucky, Trey. Very
Oh
unlucky.
no! Stop being around the bus stop, and as soon as he got around the bus stop, DRS was enabled. He hasn't come in yet. He's still on the Ultras. But yeah, I was unlucky for you, Trey. Thanks for your time. Have a good night, buddy.
Also got Owen
we'll jump
with
to
us.
Owen if you tick the box, Owen. You tick the box, Owen.
Yes. I think he's very unhappy.
I'm upset. That is literally made me so sad.
I mean, he was doing so well. I mean, you weren't the quickest in qualifying, but you stayed clear of all the incidents.
He had such a good start as well. He had a good start. And then as he went into the pits, it was fine, and then
It's just the exit.
just hugged too much of the inner barrier.
Yeah. No, if you hit the end barrier, you wouldn't bounce off like that. Good.
Very unfortunate, Owen. Very unlucky.
to do now is just focus on the next race. It's literally
Focus on
I
Monza.
and I need to get some points. I want to keep finishing in 9th or something. GRL.
Well, the sounds of it, Owen, the gloves are off and you're going to be proper committing to this.
Yeah.
I mean, you found your pace now, Owen. You just got to keep the consistency, haven't you? I mean,
Even said in the qualifying in the actual group, I forgot that I had my traction on full, so I could have gone a bit faster. or kept
Top
it
Gunner's
full,
come out in
so
P3 right from the ripped.
I need
Yeah.
my teammate to get some points. Need a lot of points. And obviously just went a little bit wide on. Down. I think Andy at the moment
Dodge
is
is gone.
getting
No,
faster.
Dodge lost it at Eau Rouge.
Oh wow.
Well, yeah, we'll leave you to it, Owen. Yeah, very unfortunate at Belgium. And we'll hope
Yeah.
that
Yeah. Does
Monza
this mean there's a
will
safety
be a
car?
lot better. No one knows.
Alright. Okay.
So, yeah, very unfortunate at Belgium. Monza, we'll hope it will be a different story.
Oh,
Teammate.
George Bear panicked a little bit when he seen Dodge Natchez
Yeah.
car. Or was he come up the crest of the hill?
Already on that
Right,
one,
man.
that is. We'll get Dutch in to interview.
Alright. We'll see you guys in Monza.
Yeah, see you,
Yeah,
Owen.
unlucky, Owen. We'll look for next week, buddy.
And we've got Dutch. Have you clicked the box?
Yeah, I did.
Well,
Well, fuck that.
Eau Rouge, it seems to have claimed another victim.
Yeah, well, somebody started talking right at the steering point and that fucked me, so I couldn't save it anymore. Not blaming anyone, but it's just that's what happened. Fucked up.
Yeah. Very, very, very unfortunate.
Oh well.
You did have a very good qualifying to get into third.
Yeah.
You did so
Yeah,
well at
with the laps.
qualifying, and then in the race, it just when you noticed that it was going to rain, it just went down somehow.
Yeah, first time I driven in the rain with the wheel. Still have to get used to it a little bit. You could see at the end it was a little bit better. Then I did the fastest lap on the super softs, and then boom.
Yeah, very unfortunate and unlucky from you there, Dutch.
Yeah. Shit happens, mate.
Yeah. We've got Monza for next week, GP4.
Yeah, I didn't have any practice this week either, so we'll get better on the wheel and then.
Dodge gets out of the
He'll be
way
there.
of Snoozer quite nice today. He's going to hook up onto the back so it brings him all the way up to George Bale.
Anyway, we'll leave you to it and Dutch, and we'll see how you get on at Monza.
Alright, man. See you next time.
Yeah, good luck for Monza. Very, very unfortunate. Two drivers almost in quick succession.
I mean, a few people lost it in the wet, but when it gets to the dry, that's when we lost the most people. What's happened there?
Yeah, it's the thing with the crossover point when it gets when there's like no moisture, i.e. rain, it turns into grease because of the track. But
The
not only
track's
that,
getting
there'll still,
faster.
yeah, because of it being drying up. It starts to dry up at like lap 14. Snooze has now got a 37-second gap on Ned. I think if Owen stayed, if Owen didn't crash, I think he would have got driver of the day. But now,
Yeah, it would have done.
I'm now tied. Will it be either
We'll
Snooze?
leave it to at least lap 20.
Yeah.
And you both know stuff might happen.
Look where Ned is, you know,
George
over
just
on the
finding some
softs.
pace. He's flying at the minute.
Tom Green has now set the fastest lap with a 1:49.9 on the softs.
And the guys on ultras will be needing to pit again. Which is Andy Tate. Just Andy Tate, the other ones have retired.
I would say like a little bit of, I wouldn't say advice, but hints when it's like wet to dry. Don't go on the fastest tyre.
Interchanging.
Never go on the
Condition.
fastest tyre when it changes the weather. It's always best to be on like on a medium like compound like the supers. You still have the pace like the ultras, but they'll be more durable throughout the laps. Also, DC's finding some pace as well. He's catching up to George. Very, 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 very unfortunate from those three drivers there. Not only that, this will be even more points for Ned for this race. He said that he was going to struggle around Belgium. It looks like he's found his rhythm.
Andy Tate's catching ripped, is that what you're on about?
Oh, he is. Not only that, Ripped hasn't had his front wing changed. Problem is though, is that Andy Tate's ultras are going to wear out. It's now 6/10 behind Ripped. Oh, Ripped is gone. Ooh. Good
What's happened to Rip?
grief. Rips has lost it onto Eau Rouge, but then caused him to get into a minor spin. And it clattered to Andy Tate. Blooming heck.
Phil?
Rips and Andy Tate. Rip's gone wide onto Eau Rouge. Kind of got into like a half spin, and it just collected Andy Tate onto the inner wall of Radion just before the Camel Straight. Oh, blimey.
Yeah, it looked dangerous when I looked up.
Okay.
It looked bad when I looked up. As I looked up, and the tape was upside down in the wall.
Yeah. I wouldn't say the collision between Ripped and Andy Tate is intentional. I think it was kind of a wrong place, wrong time for Andy Tate. I think Ripped did have time to compose himself. Snoozing her starts lap 19. There's now 3 laps to go. Very big turn of events.
Oh, DC's gone. Oh, very nearly. Very nearly. I think he robbed the wall there.
Yes, and that he grazed the outer wall then.
Anita's not got a mark, so we can't speak to him.
Then we can speak to Ripped. Say that in his defence, he did have front wing damage on his front left end plate was missing. Here we go, we've got Ripped. Tick the box. Then we'll interview you.
There you go.
Well, that was unexpected on your behalf. 1 minute you was doing pretty well, you was taking your time, and the next minute you got off at Eau Rouge and clattered on some Radion.
I genuinely don't know what happened. I
Well,
just
at
don't know.
first glance, what do you think that could have happened?
I took the corner too wide, clipped the curb on the way in, took the corner, hit the outside barrier.
Was you aware that Andy Tate was behind you?
I knew he
It
was
was like
behind me,
6
but he was that close.
Oh,
So when I looked back, he was, I don't know how far behind, he wasn't that close though.
it was decreasing that gap because I've noticed that you had front wing damage on the left side of
Yeah.
your front wing.
The that lap that I was on, that was my pit lap as well. That's when I was going to get it sorted.
So do you think you could have boxed before you started that lap?
I could have, but I decided not to.
Which then caused the huge collision.
Crash, yeah. I didn't even know I hit him until I saw. I spun out, and I saw a wheel and I thought it was mine, but it turned out to be Andy's because I saw his cut
Yeah.
right. I saw he retired, and then I heard Ned say sorry, Andy's gone.
Yeah.
So I sent Andy a message saying sorry.
You did have like I wouldn't say you had plenty of time. You had like about 3 or 4 seconds to kind of slow yourself down a little bit at one point, and looks like you just got caught in the moment that Andy Tate was behind you all of a sudden.
Yeah. I mean, I knew he was catching me from like after DC went out. After DC went out, he started catching me. And
Yeah.
obviously he came around the third corner, he looked behind me, and he was just coming around it when I was by the red barrier, I think it was,
Yeah.
just at the end of the pit lane. He obviously closed up faster than I expected.
Yeah, very, very, very unfortunate from you, Rips.
You know, I wasn't doing, no fairness, I don't want to flip my own boat, but I wasn't doing too bad.
I'd say he was doing
The first
averagely
race.
well. Your first race, he was doing average, like at mid-tier speed or pace. Anyway, that's racing. Very unfortunate for you to see that happening around Spa. We'll hope that
Yeah.
Monza will be good for not only for you, Rips, but also for Andy.
That's the next one, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm not here.
Italy.
On holiday.
Oh yeah, alright.
Yeah. But the one after that, I'll be here for it.
So you'll be there for Singapore then. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll leave you to it. A bit unlucky, and we'll hope to see you at Singapore.
Yeah. Right. I'll speak to you later then.
Yeah, see ya.
Like,
Last lap now, Snooze is on the last lap.
Oh, driver of the day. Right.
I think it's probably Snoozer. He's gained the most. Well, DC's gained the most, but DC's still technically last.
Yeah.
I think it's gotta go to Snoozer. He's just dominated. I mean, he's
Snoozer's done
qualified
exceptionally well.
P4.
Qualified 4th
It's
behind
just-
Dutch. Well, ahead of, yeah.
Yeah,
behind
it's just moved up on this.
Head though, I think that's his second podium now. His first was at Monaco. And Top Gooner is getting his first podium as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be good for him. Gonna boost their confidence.
The good news is that it's 10 past 8. I think the lobby for GP2 doesn't open at 8:45.
Yeah, it's because of short quality one too.
Yeah. I think if we had like 11 drivers, it would have been all up to 20 past. The Snoozer finishes first, and I think it's his first win. Yeah, his first win. GP4. With Ned getting his second podium. His first was at Monaco. We've got Manzi. Yeah, I know you haven't. I know. Ned Claw finishes second. And Top Gooner gets his first podium around Belgium.
Very
Belgium
strong
4th.
performance.
And DC
Yeah, they
5th.
did short. Next year they had 10. And for any other than the first.
It was mad in the first 2 laps.
Yeah, there's a lot of spins in the first couple of laps. You started at Inters, and then when everyone pitted for tries, they just kept losing it.
Just dropping like flies. So there we go, that's the podium.
Wasn't many penalties given either.
I wouldn't say it was that clean, it was clean nonetheless. Screenshot the race results, and we'll get these 3 with the interview. So that is the race of Belgium. We have Snoozer get his first win for GP4. We've got Ned in second. His second podium
Game's racist.
of the second season. We've got Top Gooner in third with
I
his
am the
first
big black man on the
podium
grid,
for
mate.
McLaren.
And they didn't
George
take my
Bale and
bottle.
DC.
The game's racist.
To finish 4th and 5th respectively. As we now
And
got
first place chinged with third as well. I come second, and they didn't ching me because I come second and I'm black. Racist fucks.
we've got the top 3 drivers. As we'll go to Snoozer with his first win at Belgium. How did you feel?
Alright, I guess.
Um,
It was quite easy.
Well,
Yeah.
tell us
That
how,
wasn't that hard.
how the race went, and also what was the mindset onto the first lap.
Well, there was a crash, wasn't there, behind me, and then I heard something about Williams, and then I thought that was it, me getting penalty. And then no, I just started pulling away after that. That's about it.
that was me. I thought it was a Williams that came up my inside. But
No, I was already way past you. What
on the
turn
first corner.
I'd also say that your
Whoever
time
it
management was tip top as well.
Yeah, at the end, I was on like 84% tyre wear.
So I'm guessing that if there was like one more lap, that could be a risk of a puncture then.
Yeah.
But yeah, well done Snoozer, and
Thank
not only
you.
that, we'll speak to about the driver of the day, because out of the 3 of you, one of you is driver of the day. As we go to P2, that is Ned. That's your second podium for this season.
Yeah, second
First
time.
one was at
finishing
Monaco.
Second. Yeah, and second one here. Both tracks that I don't like. Played it safe with my setup. Gave it a bit on the ultras and quali because I knew I wouldn't be using them again, so I just stayed out and just kept doing laps after lap.
Yeah.
But obviously I was running a wet setup through quali and throughout the whole race. It just happened that there was a lot of space for error. Well, on my behalf, I had a lot of space, apart from the first corner when whoever it was dived down my inside on the first corner and took my wing to yellow. But I kept out
We do have that incident on stream, so we'll find that out in the stewards
knowing that
on Tuesday.
my wing was damaged and it was only on yellow. I stayed out for 3 laps to see how well I could drive, and I was pulling away from the guy behind me, so I stayed out until I needed to pit with a damaged wing. Couldn't catch the guy ahead, but I was pulling from the guy behind, so I had no
which was
chance of
Owen,
catching up.
who unfortunately retired as he exited out of the
Yeah, Owen
pits.
and Snoozer,
Very
they were
unfortunate.
racing each other. When I seen Owen come out on the ultra softs, I knew he had made a mistake because I knew he'd have to pit again. He wouldn't get them 10 laps, knowing from previous practices in the week. And then he binned it behind me. Bit of dirty air, wet. The road was very wet still for ultra softs. To be fair, I got it spot on. To be quite honest with you, I came in the pits as it enabled DRS, so I was happy with that. Couple of extra laps and then I was up to full pace, so it was good. Shame I couldn't catch up then.
Yeah, you did very, very good, Ned. Well done. Well done to get your second podium for this season.
Yeah. Thank you.
As we now go to Top Gooner. Your first podium for this season. I bet that's a... Tell us how it went for you and your reaction on the first lap. Yeah. Yeah. it did seem that your tyre strategy was tip top as well. Apart from having the drive through because of the jump start and obviously because of the hot weather. But you did pretty well.
Pretty bang bang. We love you.
We now come up to the driver of the day, and we are giving it to Snoozer for his. I think it's just his performance was incredible and led the race for almost the entirety of the race, and his strategy was brilliant. So, well done to Snoozer. I think Smithy's also got something else to say, if Smithy wants to speak.
Well, that my mic disconnected.
But yeah, we will. Well done to the top three for GP4. GP2 will be starting at about 27 minutes, so we'll be seeing you there. But for GP4, we'll be seeing you next week at Italy. So this is Itsville 17.
It's a GP4. We'll be seeing you next week.
GP3 is Italy.
No, GP4. No, it's GP4, Manzi. Anyway, that's Itsville. This is Itsville with Smithy and Manzi. And we'll see you at the GP2 race.